Hi guys, please ignore the setup of this whole video. I was not planning on filming today. I was just working on wigs and then I was like, why didn't I work on my cute guy wig finally? And then I went, oh yeah, I gotta film a video for that. So here we are. So apologies for the setup. I will change it in a minute when I start working on the wig. I just wanted to explain a few things first. This is part 2 of the revamp part of Cuteguy. However, this is part 6 in total. I know in my last video I probably said something along the lines of, oh, this is going to be this part, and this part. Yeah, scratch all of that. I'm just doing whichever part I feel like. And today we're working on the wig because I have been working on wigs for the good part of today. I worked on my Sarah wig from Freak Show, which I'm cosplaying her tomorrow, so I'm super excited. And then I also decided to start working on my Vampires SMP Shelby wig. And I'm gonna be here for Halloween. Yay. I'm super excited about that, and I want to show you guys the wig. I'm keeping a wig a complete surprise, so this video will be going up either on Halloween or after Halloween. So we'll see. Depends if I end up making an actual like Halloween video. We will see. But keeping this wig as a surprise because I really like how it turned out. It's very simple, but I'm actually really happy with how the wig looks and how good it looks in my opinion. I genuinely was not expecting it to turn out this good. If anything, I was expecting me to have a meltdown over the bangs, because I hate doing bangs, if you could not tell from my cute guy video. And if you've seen my Instagram or my TikTok videos, my Sarah wig, she also has bangs, has been causing me grievances. So I do not like bangs. So I was not happy when I would have to do her bangs. Specifically because, a little background on this wig. I originally bought this exact white wig months ago because I was going to cosplay Tristan from the Four Nights of the Apocalypse. I cut the bangs and everything. It turned out actually decent. I posted it on Instagram because I was going to cosplay him. However, I decided, you know what, I'm probably not going to end up cosplaying him just because I would rather focus on my Minecraft characters and other series that I'm interested in. So I decided to turn that into a Harumi wig from Lego Ninjago, and I had to cut bangs into that. I also already cut the wig up, so it kind of had to stay Harumi wig. So I couldn't reuse that for my Vampire Shelby wig because I wanted her wig to look different, and the other one's a little botched. So I bought a whole new wig for her. Took her out of the bag today, and genuinely I was gonna leave it as is and just style the bangs. However, I prefer to give my wigs texture, just so they're a bit more fluffy. There's a few wigs I don't do that for, like my Lizzie wig. I like the curls. I didn't want to change the curls, and also at the time I got the wig, it didn't have a crimper or anything like that. Kept it as is. My Cleo wig, I think I did actually, so scratch that. My Pearl wig, I just kept straight just because I liked the way it looked. Same with my Gem wig. Actually, no, scratch that too. I also crimped that wig. I think those might be my only two. And then recently, my Sarah wig, the only part I ever fluffed up was the bangs so I could actually style them. The rest of the wig is completely straight, which has also been causing me grievances because it becomes very staticky. And also, it's just very straight. But I feel like it suits the character, so that's why I kept it like that. There's probably a few other wigs I'm forgetting about. But anyway, I took Shelby's wig out of the bag, and I was originally going to keep it straight, but I felt like it needed to be fluffed up. So instead of, I was going to grab my crimper or my straightener, but I decided, you know what? No, I'll just use my hair dryer because it's already out. And it worked pretty well. Obviously not to the extent of like a crimper or a straightener would do, but it worked decently well, so I did that. Again, backcombed it, sprayed it with Got to Be, and then sprayed it, hair dried it. And then I started styling it, and I'm gonna show you guys how it looks. I'm genuinely so happy. Is one of my this is my favorite wig I've ever styled. I think it looks really good. And but backtrack. When I took it out of the bag, I was like, what hairstyle am I gonna give this wig? And then I was like, I'm gonna curl the wig because I feel like it suits her. So I curled the whole bottom of the wig, just little light curls, which first time curling a wig ever. And I'm very impressed with how the curls turned out. I would curl each section and then I would spray it with Gatsby. So I'm hoping this will last until Halloween because it is currently October 11th as I'm filming this video. So there is still 20 more days until Halloween. So I'm hoping these will hold out until then. I'm going to be keeping her out on my wig stand, so I'm hoping she'll be fine. But now moving on to the part I'm most impressed by, the bangs. I was not sure what I was going to do originally. I think I was just going to kind of do some curtain bangs moment. But I ended up trying to curl them, and this is what I came up with. I'm so happy. Basically, what I did is I chopped it kind of down the center, but not down the center. This side has more hair. But what I did is I sectioned it off, and I curled the below part into like a little side moment kind of thing. This was kind of just like a go with the flow kind of thing. I did it, and then I was like, okay, and then I did this on top. I did have to kind of like mold it into what I wanted, but I think that looks really cute. We have a little down moment and then a little up moment. And then on this side, I tried to mimic this to the best of my abilities, but at the same time, I didn't want it to look asymmetric or symmetrical. I wanted it to look a little asymmetrical. So this side has it going into just like this side, but there was like a little piece of hair that also comes down. I don't know if you guys can see that really well. The mannequin's also white, so you can't really see it. And then this part is also just, slightly different because it curled differently. I did have to get this to go this way. This was originally going this way, and I didn't want that. But as you can see, I also did the two different pieces of hair. And then obviously we have a little crown. But I'm so happy. Again, it's very simple. Like, it is a very simple style. It's really just curling the wig. But I'm so happy with how it turned out. I was not expecting it to look this good. Like, again, it's probably I'm really close to the camera. My apologies. Just putting her back on the stand. She's one of my favorite wigs, if not my favorite, that I've ever styled. Like, I'm really, really happy with how the wig turns out. Again, this was my first time curling a wig, and I've never really curled my own hair. I think I tried once, but my hair is just really not curlable. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. But with that out of the way, 7 minutes of yapping, not about my Cuteguy wig. My apologies. But let's get on to Cuteguy. So I have, which I guess I should point this there. Don't mind the mess on my bed. But here is the wig in all its glory. I will say that these parts fell out in the time of me having the wig out and about. And also kind of the hairstyle. I did brush a smidge, but this was already kind of falling apart. But these came off of here, which is an easy fix. But since I have my straightener out, and since I'm loving curls right now, apparently, I'm going to... Sorry, guys, you were just tilting. There we go. I think I'm going to attempt to curl the ends just a smidge, just to give it a little something. And because I think it'd look cute. My main issue of what I have to deal with is this part. And that's the part I am scared about. But I'm kind of just going to let my phone film while I do things. And I'm going to be listening to some music. Also, I added my little stickers because I can. But yeah, I'm going to do that and let the camera roll. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, after basically almost an hour, I think it's pretty much finished. I went for a completely different look this time. I kept the wig a lot fluffier last time, which I would have loved to have kept, but I kind of wanted something more to the wig. I wanted, you know, more of it to look styled. I'm not good at doing spikes. One sec guys, I'm getting a phone call. 40 minutes after that clip, because my sister kept me on the phone for 40 minutes, I'm back, and I had to rewatch the clip because I'm like, I don't even remember what I was talking about. But I was talking about not being good at styling spikes, which is still true. 40 minutes later, still not really good at styling spikes. However, I did learn from trying to do that Tristan wig like I was talking earlier, that one thing people will do is that they'll hairspray it and then hold it and then use a hairdryer. It doesn't give you the most fluffiest of effects. It kind of gives you a kind of crunchy, I mean, depending on how much hairspray you use. But I'm actually really happy. I like how I did little swoops in the wig. I think it just gives it a little more oomph and nicer. I hope it will look nice. Oh, you can't even see that. Don't mind the forehead. Well, that happened. You know what? I'll just hold the camera. You know, make my life a little easier. But, yeah. Here's what that looks like. I hope it looks good on, is what I was going to say before my tripod fell. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks. And then, as you hopefully saw, I know the filming wasn't the best, but I was trying to give this a little different look. I might fix these. I don't like how that looks. But trying to give it a little more swoops in the wig. Again, this does not look like Cuteguy's hair at all. His hair looks more fluffy and all that. But I like to give it my own little spin. I think it looks cute still. I just wanted it to look more curly instead of flat. I did leave this as is because I didn't want it to be crunchy and all that, and I think it's spiky enough how it is. Let's see, let me try and get that in focus. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go get the head wing so you guys can see what the wig will look like with that. Also, from the last video, this one is breaking off. And my floor is now messy. And I can't give you the... Oh, and it fell off. Lovely. Anyway. Here's what it would have looked like. Oh, wrong way. See, that looks sick. If I might need to... Because this one's staying up actually surprisingly well. I'm just going to have to hot glue this one more. But yeah, here's what it looks like. I know this is not the best angle, but I think that looks super sick again. We'll have to fix that. But for now, I think it looks really nice. I'm super happy. Hopefully I didn't cut this too short, and hopefully I didn't leave it too long. We'll see once I try it on again. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this really scuffed video. And I know there wasn't a lot of talking, but I didn't really want to talk. I just wanted to listen to music. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in part 3 or part 7, whatever you want to call it. Bye!